I came back from grocery shopping with my hands full and my mind quiet. That was my mistake. Silence is fragile. It shatters easily. The front door was wide open. Shoes I did not recognize lined the hallway. Cardboard boxes were stacked like a barricade across my living room. Brown tape peeled back. My name printed neatly on every shipping label. My address. My signature forged into permission. My mother-in-law stood in the center of it all, directing traffic like she owned the place. "We'll be living together now," she said without looking at me. My husband didn't even flinch. He glanced up from his phone, bored, inconvenienced by my presence in my own house. "If you don't like it," he said, "then leave." That was the moment something in me went still. Not broken. Not angry. Just quiet, like a sniper steadying their breath. I set the grocery bags down gently. Milk upright, eggs safe. Always careful, always controlled. I nodded once. "Okay," I said. They mistook that for surrender. They had no idea I was already planning the funeral. I used to believe in him, in us. I remember the first time he held my hand and promised me safety. I remember the warmth of his voice when he talked about the future. Our future. I remember signing papers with excitement instead of caution. Love makes you generous with trust, reckless with assets. The house was registered in my name. "A gift," he said. "A symbol of commitment. I paid the down payment. My savings. Years of discipline." He smiled while I signed. I thought love meant building together. I did not know it also meant building exits. The changes came slowly. Too slowly to protest. Too quietly to accuse. His mother's opinions became instructions. His father's visits turned into inspections. Doors closed when I entered rooms. Conversations stopped mid-sentence. My husband began to look past me instead of at me. I noticed boxes arriving weeks before I noticed the lies. Furniture catalogs. Storage receipts. Emails sent from his account but not written by him. Group chats I was excluded from. Plans discussed as if I were temporary. I said nothing. I watched. The night I found the property documents open on his laptop, I understood everything. They were trying to establish residency. To claim the house. To push me out legally, not emotionally. Emotionally, I was already irrelevant to them. I closed the laptop. I kissed his cheek. I went to sleep beside him. And I began. I did not cry. Tears blur judgment. I called a lawyer first. Quietly, thoroughly, I learned the difference between ownership and occupancy. Between entitlement and evidence. I pulled bank statements, transaction histories, recorded voice notes, messages. I documented every box, every receipt, every uninvited move-in. I changed nothing at home. I cooked. I smiled. I let them unpack. I made copies. Then I made calls. The house insurance was in my name. So was the utility account, the internet contract, the property tax file, the security system subscription they forgot existed. I updated passwords. All of them. I scheduled something special for the next day. A legal broadcast. They were in the living room, sitting comfortably. My couch, my television, my electricity. Boxes now empty, flattened like discarded skin. The TV turned on by itself at noon. My husband frowned. His mother reached for the remote. It didn't respond. The screen changed. A recorded video played. My face filled the room. Calm, centered, clear. "Hello?" I said to them from the screen. "If you are watching this, you are currently trespassing." My father-in-law stood up. His mouth opened. No sound came out. I continued. "This property is legally registered under my name. Any attempt to occupy it without my consent constitutes unlawful residency. All evidence has been documented and submitted." The video cut to scanned documents, titles, receipts, time, stamps, messages, their messages. My husband's face drained of color. I wasn't finished. "By the time this video ends, utility services will be disconnected. Internet first, then electricity. Security will remain active." The lights flickered. My mother-in-law screamed. "Legal notice has been filed. You have 24 hours to vacate. Failure to do so will result in police intervention." The screen went black. Silence hit harder than any shout. Then the power died. I walked in 10 minutes later. The front door opened for me. Facial recognition still worked. Mine. They were standing in the dark. I didn't raise my voice. "This is my house," I said. "You will leave." My husband tried to speak, tried to explain, tried to reclaim authority he never earned. I held up my hand. "We're done." The police arrived that evening. Calm, professional, paperwork, heavy with certainty. Boxes were repacked, this time in a hurry, this time with shame. My husband looked at me like a stranger. That was accurate. I spent the night alone in my bed. The house breathed again, quiet, safe, mine. In the morning, I changed the locks. Divorce papers were already filed, signed, clean. I didn't win by screaming. I didn't beg. I didn't collapse. I won because I stayed still long enough to see the whole board. Betrayal teaches you something important. Not everyone deserves access to your heart or your home. Some people only deserve the exit. And I am very good at building doors.